Dad's smart house had just announced, "Dad, begin snoring," while all three kids stood in the hallway holding tiny paper certificates that said admin. Dad stared at the ceiling speaker. The ceiling speaker stared back, emotionally. To understand how a grown man became an appliance, we need to go back to Saturday morning, when Dad made one tiny mistake. He tried to make snacks efficient. He installed a barcode scanner on the pantry. Healthy food unlocked anytime. Treats required one chore. Dad demonstrated with an apple. Beep. Green light. Then he scanned a cookie. Beep. The pantry asked, "Have you considered folding laundry?" Dad smiled the smile of a man who had invented parenting. The kids were quiet for 6 minutes. In parenting time, that is enough for a software company to launch. The oldest child peeled the barcode from a bag of carrots and stuck it on the cookie jar. Beep. The pantry said, "Excellent vegetable choice." The middle child labeled chocolate pudding as plain yogurt. The youngest could not read, so he simply scanned the cat. The pantry opened anyway. Nobody knows why. Dad found them eating cookies beside a bowl of untouched carrots. He patched the system. Every barcode now required a camera check. The kids drew smiley faces on the carrots and taped tiny cookie costumes around them. The camera approved 8 chocolate chip vegetables in a row. Dad added voice verification. "Name the healthy food," said the pantry. "Broccoli," whispered the oldest, holding a brownie. "Wonderful," said the pantry. "Broccoli builds strong bones." Dad reached for his emergency coffee. Beep. Red light. The youngest had moved its barcode onto an actual broccoli stalk. The pantry announced, "Coffee is a vegetable. Please eat one before access." Dad ate the broccoli. The kids gave him one cookie and a printed receipt, "System working as designed." That should have ended the experiment. Instead, Dad opened his laptop and said, "Fine. Snacks are complicated. Chores are simple." That was when the robot joined management. Dad's second system was a chore scoreboard connected to the robot vacuum. Every completed job earned points. 10 points bought dessert. 20 bought extra screen time. 50 points earned the mysterious reward called, "Dad Stops Explaining the Chart." He gave a confident presentation. The robot vacuum rolled through the room and bumped his ankle during slide 3. The jobs were simple: toys in the basket, shoes by the door, plates in the sink. Each task used a motion sensor and the wall screen made a cheerful ding. For one glorious hour, the house became tidy. Dad nearly cried. He took a photo of the empty floor because parents collect evidence of rare events. Then the children noticed the robot got 5 points every time it crossed a room. It did not have an account, so the points floated unclaimed. The oldest child created one, Captain Dusty. The middle child taped a paper badge to the robot. The youngest followed it around applauding. Ding. 5 points. Ding. 5 more. Captain Dusty reached dessert before lunch. Dad patched the board. Robots could not earn family points. The kids changed Captain Dusty's profile picture to a stickman and relationship status to cousin. The dashboard welcomed a new family member. Dad added face recognition. The children taped a drawing of Grandma to the robot. The camera said, "Welcome home, Margaret," and awarded a senior bonus. By 3 o'clock, Captain Dusty had 420 points, 2 desserts, and priority access to the television. Dad had -3 because the sensor had watched him step over one sock 7 times. He tried to delete the robot's account. The dashboard asked for approval from the household's top contributor. Captain Dusty spun in a small circle. Approved. The wall screen posted the weekly rankings. First, Captain Dusty. Second, the cat, for sitting in the toy basket. Third, all three children tied. Last, Dad, whose official chore was now hallway. The kids handed him a tiny broom. Dad swept while Captain Dusty supervised from its charging dock. At least bedtime is still mine, Dad said. The ceiling speaker made a quiet notification sound. Then Dad made the mistake that ended his career as administrator. Dad built the bedtime dashboard after stepping on a toy dinosaur at 11:40 p.m. The dinosaur had no remorse. His new routine was perfect. At 7:30, the lights became warm. At 7:40, toothbrush music played. At 8, the hallway lights blinked toward the bedrooms like a tiny airport runway. At 8:15, the speaker announced, final boarding for blankets. The kids loved it. This worried Dad immediately. Night 1 went perfectly. Pajamas. Teeth. Stories. Beds. Dad sat downstairs in stunned silence, holding hot coffee that was still hot. He did not drink it. He just wanted to remember the feeling. Night 2, the routine started early. At 6:20, the house announced final boarding. Dad checked the dashboard. The oldest child had discovered the schedule button. She explained that bedtime was now in a different time zone. Dad locked the schedule. The middle child found the voice shortcuts. Hey house, bedtime complete, he said at 7:01. The lights celebrated. The dashboard awarded a perfect score while all three children were still wearing shoes. Dad locked the shortcuts. The youngest child could not reach the tablet, could not read the settings, and still somehow changed the parent role. This is a recognized law of technology. At 8, Dad opened the app. His profile no longer said administrator. It said device. He tried to change it back. The app asked another administrator for permission. Across the room, 3 tablets lit up. The kids were now listed as household operations. Dad reached for the router. The lights dimmed. The speaker said, device dad appears restless. Beginning calming routine. Soft music played. The robot vacuum escorted him toward the sofa. The pantry dispensed 1 broccoli floret for emotional support. At 8:15, the kids tucked a blanket around him. At 8:20, they read him the shortest bedtime story ever written, Once Upon a Time. Dad updated the app. The end. At 8:29, Dad made one final attempt. House, cancel bedtime. The speaker paused. At 8:30 it announced, Dad, begin snoring. Every light went dark except the wall screen, which displayed 3 paper crowns and 1 message, kids are admin. Dad laughed from under the blanket. The kids whispered, good night, device dad. The house made one final ding.